Yeah, what's good, people? It's your boy Kingston here to give you guys that defensive video that I've been talking about all week. But first, I wanted to show you guys that I do more than just play, sports games. Playing this Destiny Iron Bandit tournament this week. Getting my kills up. I do this from time to time. But other than that, it's going to be strictly business when I get to these 2K videos, and I got a lot of good things for you guys. Damn, that kill was crazy. Watch this arrow to the face. Get out of here. But here we go with the settings. Now, I mean, like I was saying, I want you guys to definitely pay attention. I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to freeze frame it. I'm going to do all of it. Like I said, when I do these videos, I'm actually playing against the computer because, I mean, people are asking for certain teams, and I honestly can't predict who I'm playing against or whatever the case may be. So I'm showing this video against the computer, but, I mean, the difficulty is on Hall of Fame. So, I mean, nobody's playing at a Hall of Fame level. Even if they say they are, they not. So, of course, the computer is always going to be the cheesier player anyway. So, I mean, practicing these defensive settings against the computer, you're actually bettering yourself for when you play online. Because online, I believe it's on All-Star and then simulation to make the jump shots a little bit more difficult, even though it's horrible to share. So, like I was saying, I want you guys to definitely pay attention. On-board screen, off-board screen, hedge, off-board screen. Like, all of these settings, they all mean something. And they all, make your team dependent on who you playing against and who you playing with, more versatile on defense. Switch, I don't really switch, but I started to put it because, especially against the computer, it's like they run so many off-board screens. Sometimes people get lost and then you out of position. So, like I said in my earlier videos, when you're doing the settings, definitely pay attention to a few things based on if that player is a jump shooter or not. Russell Westbrook is, he's kind of a mid-range shooter, but not a three-point shooter, so you could kind of back off of Westbrook and give him the space. Against all bigs, I always put gap unless they can hit the mid-range shots like Draymond Green or Anthony Davis. Other than that, I back off of them. All shooters, I always smother and deny the ball so that way you can try and knock it out their hand, or just put tight and tight if they're not that, like if they're a good shooter but they probably don't get used that as much. Kevin Durant, smother deny, straight across the board, and put your best defender on Kevin Durant. Russell Westbrook, he's going to have the ball most of the time, so don't deny him the ball, but instead put tight. As I said, I like to play with a lot of underdog teams. Look at this layup. Like I said, this is the thing. These layups are not going in online. I'm all on him, hands up and everything, and he adjusted in the air and hit the shot. A lot of these these clips that I'm going to be showing, they're all defense. Well, most of them are defense, but as you can see, it's great defense on them, and they're still hitting the shot. Like Serge Ibaka on the catch and shoot, like maybe if he sets his feet, but on the catch and shoot, it's the computer. So of course they're gonna hit almost every shot. So if you practicing against the computer, don't get frustrated. I was getting frustrated earlier, I won't even lie. But the thing is that right now you're just practicing. It's like when you go to the gym and you're taking like 100 jump shots and you miss 75 of them. Like that drink got me tight. But you miss like 75 of the shots. It's going to happen. That's why it's called practice. You're not going to hit everything. But when it comes down to the real deal, like when you in the game, as long as you can hit, a higher percentage of those shots, that's what really matters. The only thing that really matters is the technique. So right now when you're playing against the computer and doing your defensive settings, you're working on the technique and you're trying to perfect it. So when you play online or you play against people or my play or whatever, you got the technique down pat. Now it's all about, hopefully it's working. Again, Dante Exum, a great defender, hands up, Russell Westbrook face before he even got the ball off, and of course it goes in. All of these games I lost. Like I'm going to be showing a lot of clips. The games I lost, the game is close throughout the whole game, and in the fourth quarter, I don't know how many people has played the computer on Hall of Fame. Damn, I missed that. Gobert with the block. I'll go over that setting also. I don't know how many people played the computer on Hall of Fame, but they don't miss. And in the fourth quarter, they definitely don't miss. And they always go on like a 20-2 run where they play perfect defense and amazing offense. Like, it's just the computer. You can't do anything about it. It is what it is. But, yeah, one of the settings I set is if I have a good shot blocker like the Utah Jazz do or certain teams, what I do is I force them to drive to the middle. By forcing them to drive to the middle, they're going into the middle of the defense where it's usually more crowded. and where the shot blocker can react quicker. If they go baseline, it's too quick of a line for them to get to the rack and score. So you understand, if you have a shot blocker, I would say force the middle. Here, as you can see, Trey Lyles is a good shot blocker, but Kevin Durant did a floater like at the free throw line. Like, it's not even that realistic. But yeah, if you have a shot blocker or someone that can rotate and challenge the shot, like I said, Omar Sheik, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, players like this, Joakim Noah, then you want to force them to the middle, and what that's doing is forcing them into the help defense. Well, into the shot blocker. If you do playing against with a team that doesn't have good shot blockers or good rotators, then you want to force them baseline and try and trap them on the drive. That's the best thing to do. It's not that efficient, which is why I try and play with all teams with shot blockers. Right now, I'm going to be playing against the Warriors with the New Orleans Pelicans. As you can see, the settings, on-board defense, smother and deny, because the Warriors have shooters across the board. Do this for the main team settings, and then go to each individual player and change the settings to the way you want. On-board screen, I believe most of the time I usually choose, if they have a lot of good shooters, I'll put go under. If they have a lot of good shooters, pardon me, I put go over on the screen, so that way, they don't get beat. If you put go over, then it's more likely that they're going to drive the rack instead of being able to get the open shot. Hedge, I don't know if a lot of people know what the hedge is, but that's kind of like in the finals when a lot of teams start trapping on the screen, like what the Cavs were doing to the Warriors last year with Steph Curry. That's what a hard hedge is. If you do a hard edge, means that whoever's the screener or whoever's being screened is going to double the ball handler and force them to either make a play, pass the ball, and keep them from shooting. So that's kind of what you use. I usually put hard hedge on players like Chris Paul, Steph Curry, that can step back, hit the jump shot, and can make a lot of plays. Double team on the perimeter, I always do on the drive. That forces the center or the power forward to come over a little bit quicker, and then also quick rotate. Hedge, sometimes, Steph Curry, like I said, I double him because I want to get the ball out of his hands. He always has the ball in his hands, and he always tortures me in this game, no matter whether I go over the screen, under the screen, whatever. So I'd rather just force him to take the jump shot. Andrew Bogut's not a shooter. I'm going to play gap on him, and what that does is it allows his man to be the help defender. Like I said, anybody that's not a great jump shooter, they could be a good jump shooter or an okay jump shooter. If they're not a great jump shooter, Sean Livingston is not a great jump shooter. I'm giving him the gap and allowing his man to help on defense. Leonardo Barbosa, I don't know why when a computer plays with him, they're able to actually go off. But, like I said, just the team you play against, just tailor the settings to each team that you play against and the defenders that you have. If you have good defenders, this is crazy. I had to replay this. This is absolutely crazy. This is what I mean when I say the computer hits everything. Anthony Davis and Tyreke Evans all over him. I don't even Anthony Davis hand glitch. That's crazy. But like I said, pay attention to the settings. I'm just showing you guys clips on defense where I'm actually playing great defense, or the defense is going as it's supposed to, and either the computer's still scoring, or we're getting a stop. Like there, he just did the same thing, but we got the stop. Another thing I recommend is to try and pick up especially if you're playing against a point guard that can definitely score and make play. Especially if they have somebody that could go and make plays like Steph Curry. So whoever is defending them. Also, I'm showing other videos how I'm playing against the Clippers and I'm putting one of the best on. This is crazy. Seriously, Sean Livingston, hand in his face. Certain defenders, certain point guards, I put the best defender on them that just stops their playmaking a lot more. You're gonna see that in the next video. Great defense. That's why you always hit the gap. That's why you always put the gap on the center and the power forward. Allow them to rotate a lot quicker because they're already playing off balls. You can see Ajinka on Maurice Spates giving him a gap. He could probably hit that mid-range. Look at this. Yo, this is crazy. They'll have the gap, so it'll force them to come into the rack, make plays, and then, also help out on defense. As you're going to see in another video when I'm doing the Clippers, is that I forgot who I'm playing with against the Clippers, but oh, the Bucks. I'm playing with the Bucks against the Clippers, and I put Chris Middleton on Chris Paul. And what that does is as you can see, it's going to stop Chris Paul from going off. Like, he's not going to be hitting a step-back jump shot or whatever the case may be, because he has a taller, lanky defender on him, which is forcing him to get to the rack or, like, definitely trying to make – I hate this. This game pisses me off. The finishing in this game pisses me off, which is why I really don't play this game. Look at this. Seriously? The finishing is so inconsistent. Like, fast breaks. This is pretty much a fast break, and he missed it. It's crazy. So anyway, yeah. I put one of my best defenders on Chris Paul in order to stop him. The finishing is horrible. In order to stop him and slow him down, forces him to make other people be the playmakers instead of like the center. I mean the power forward, the point guard. Excuse me, Jesus. Instead of the point guard. So, yeah, I mean, pay attention to the settings. You might have to watch it a few times, pause it. Like I said, you can't do it in scrimmage, which is stupid. This is retarded. Wide open, took my time. Yeah. You can't do the defensive settings in scrimmage, which is stupid. That'll allow you to practice. But do it in game. Like I said, play against the computer, put it on Hall of Fame. Don't cheat yourself. You know, you know, hopefully the settings work for you. Like I said, just keep attempting it, keep trying it. Like I said, it's gonna be frustrating at first. It's not gonna work. You got to get used to it. You got to get used to you got to switch to every defensive player and rotate yourself. That's the best way to make the defense effective. If you don't do it that way, then I mean the computer's gonna rotate slow. They're not gonna rotate as effective as you. And it's just going to cause a whole lot of issues. Just get used to doing all of the defense yourself. And like I said, when you play online, dudes won't be able to score on you at all, especially once they patch this issue that they're having where you can't stay in front of defenders all the time, or they hit, like, I don't know. Like I said, it's a lot of issues going on online. Hopefully they fix it because, like I said, I'm an online playing type of dude. But I've been playing a lot of Destiny, especially this week. I am Banner. If y'all want to play with me, yo, hit me up. Mr. Banks, Mr._Banks with a Z at the end. Now, I mean, I'm on PS4 all week playing this Iron Banner and also dropping these videos. But enjoy the rest of these videos. Like I said, replay it, subscribe, watch it as many times as you need to, pause it, look at the settings, and like I said, use the settings the way you need to. Again, if they're not good shooters, don't put tight just because you want to stop them, because that's just going to throw your defense off for no reason. If they're not good shooters, put the gap on them, force them to get to the rack and make the plays, or force them to hit the jump shot and beat you. And then when it comes to the rack, how he blocked me backwards. Like, he recovered so fast. Like I said, man, any questions, hit me up, drop them comments. I've been responding to these comments as fast as possible. You know, I'm really feeling the love. And like I said, that's allowing me to do what I want to do. Next game is going to be Bucks, Clippers, and somebody versus the Cavs. I got to find a team. I'll probably play with the Pelicans again against the Cavs. Those are the top 4 teams I see that people play with. Warriors, OKC, Clippers, and the Cavs, also Houston Rockets. I'm going to be doing them probably the day after tomorrow. So like I said, any questions, hit me up, comment. Excuse me, I'm fucking tired. Comment, share, hit me up if anything. Y'all already know who it is. Your boy King Sin from King Sin Media, signing off. Later.
You know, back to Tyreke Evans last year, he had a big jump in three-point percentage. He was also up in assists, rebounds. Really did a lot.
By Barnes, stolen by Thompson. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Thompson.
And talking about Tyreke Evans, you really hope he can build on what he did last year. He has too much talent to waste on inconsistency. Time for him to just step up here in the prime of his career.
Here's Thompson following the basket by Anthony Davis. Off the mark with the little step.
League revenues in history.
Anderson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Curry against Evans. Here's Bogut, and he makes good on the layup.
I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring. Hey, bump the move.
How about the finish? That's right, fella. Bang that thing.
And that one's good.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The